Golden Bachelorette Charles Ling reveals his surprising other life. November 25, 2024. Hello, Bachelor Nation news fans. Welcome back to the channel. Charles Ling easily became a fan favorite on the inaugural season of the Golden Bachelorette. He was shy at first, but curious and very witty. More than that, he was warm and endearing, so everyone, including his mansion mates, gravitated toward his generous spirit. Now, out of the mansion and back to his day-to-day, Charles is revealing his surprising other life. Keep reading for more details. Charles Ling on his many talents. When Charles Ling arrived at the Golden Bachelorette mansion, fans were drawn to him. He was so sweet, they hoped he would stick around until the end. Watching him and Jacqueline Choney tour and explore the mansion was an experience. They were so taken aback and impressed with the amenities and offerings, and to see it through their eyes was a real treat for viewers at home. Some noted they could watch a whole show of just them exploring the mansion. Charles even ventured out with Gary Livingston to buy sleeping aids for their housemates. It was a real struggle to sleep with 24 men in one home. They would snore and use the bathroom all night, so Charles and Gary attempted to make it easier. Unfortunately, Charles was eventually sent home, but the experience helped open his heart up. He had tragically lost his wife and felt he had no closure, so this gave him so much more than he bargained for. Now back home, he spoke to the Philly Voice about what has transpired since exiting the show. First off, Charles reflected on meeting Joan Vassos and having no clue what to say to her. They had just 2 minutes to leave a lasting impression, so he was under a lot of pressure, but he chose a reference he thought would help. I was saying, what am I going to discuss with her? We were only given, 2 minutes also. So mentally, I went through several versions. So at last I chose the version saying Charles is not in charge. That conversation, I think it probably shortened the distance with American people. He had moved to America from China with only $20, but that did not stop him as he attended grad school at Temple University. Though he has many talents, one that was not shown was how amazing he was in the kitchen. One of the most beloved dishes was his homemade dumplings, which his housemates devoured. Yet there's so much more. The many skills of Charles. Charles Ling shared what he studied when he was going to graduate school at Temple University. It seemed like he explored a variety of subjects and did not keep himself in a box, as he explained. Different areas, mass communication. I also taught, at the same time I was a graduate student, public speaking and interpersonal communications. And I also studied finance and picked up computers here and there, picked up some statistics. There was also the matter of how well-spoken and comfortable he was in his Golden Bachelorette confessionals. It helped that he taught and used to give presentations at his job, but he's also a team player. Along with Mark Anderson, the two would whip things up in the kitchen. They would make whatever their housemates wanted, as Charles recalled. Once I made about 8 or 10 dishes with the help of my friends. It was a great dinner. He is still close with his mansion men. They have a group chat and are hopeful to travel together at some point. Now that would make for great television. What do you think about all of the things that Charles has done and how he is always willing to be there for others? More so, do you hope to see him more in the near future? Let us know in the comments below. Today, we're diving deep into the life of Charles Ling, one of the breakout stars of the inaugural season of the Golden Bachelorette. From his shy yet curious demeanor to his endearing wit and warmth, Charles quickly became a fan favorite. Although he was sent home earlier than many of us would have liked, the time he spent on the show revealed much more than what viewers initially saw. Now, back in his everyday life, Charles is sharing his incredible journey and some surprising new revelations about his talents, his background, and his future. So let's take a closer look at Charles Ling's unexpected and fascinating other life. Charles Ling on his many talents. When Charles first stepped into the Golden Bachelorette mansion, it wasn't long before fans took notice of his quiet charisma. His down-to-earth personality and kind spirit made him instantly likable. In fact, some fans even joked that they could watch an entire spin-off show just dedicated to Charles and Jacqueline Shoney, exploring the mansion's lavish amenities together. It's not every day that you get to see two grown men wandering through a mansion in awe of the sheer luxury they find. In one of the more light-hearted moments of the show, Charles and Gary Livingston made an unexpected but relatable decision. They went out to buy sleeping aids. With 24 men all staying in the same house, getting a peaceful night's sleep proved to be an elusive goal. Snoring, bathroom breaks, and the general hustle and bustle of so many people in one space made sleep a challenge. So Charles and Gary did what they could to make their housemates' stay a little easier. It's these kinds of small, thoughtful gestures that really endeared Charles to viewers and showed just how considerate he truly is. But it wasn't just his thoughtfulness that caught our attention. Charles had a sense of humor and an ability to connect with others that made him stand out. He shared his experience meeting Joan Vassos on the show and how he was unsure of what to say to her in their brief encounter. With only 2 minutes to make an impression, Charles had to think quickly, and his solution was charming. Charles is not in charge. This witty remark not only made Joan laugh, but also helped Charles break the ice and feel more at ease. However, it wasn't just his quick wit that impressed people. Charles's backstory is one of incredible perseverance and ambition. He moved from China to the United States with only $20 in his pocket, which is a story that's as inspiring as it is remarkable. He went on to attend graduate school at Temple University, where he excelled academically and explored various fields, including mass communication, public speaking, finance, and computer science. His broad academic background reflects a curious and versatile mind, always eager to learn and grow, and his time spent in graduate school wasn't just about books. Charles also taught courses in public speaking and interpersonal communication, further showcasing his natural ability to connect with others. While Charles certainly made an impression with his academic achievements and his easygoing nature, there's one side of him that didn't get as much screen time on The Golden Bachelorette: his incredible cooking skills. Fans who were lucky enough to witness Charles in action in the kitchen were blown away by his culinary talents, particularly his homemade dumplings, which quickly became a fan favorite. Charles's cooking isn't just about feeding people, it's about bringing them together. He showed time and again how food could be a way to create bonds, and the men in the mansion certainly appreciated his efforts. Charles reflected on his time with Joan Vassos and how, even though they didn't have much time together, their brief connection meant a lot to him. He admitted that at first, he didn't know what to say to Joan, but he chose a humorous approach to break the ice. His vulnerability and willingness to be himself resonated with Joan and the other contestants, and it ultimately helped him open his heart again. Looking ahead, Charles is focused on what comes next for him. He has been using his newfound platform to continue pursuing his passions and share his experiences with others. Whether it's through cooking, teaching, or simply living his life with a spirit of openness, Charles continues to be a source of inspiration for those who follow him. Conclusion: a man of many layers, Charles Ling's story is one of heart, humor, and hidden talents that continue to surprise us. From his educational pursuits to his culinary expertise, Charles is much more than the shy, sweet man we saw on The Golden Bachelorette. He's a multifaceted individual who's touched many lives with his kindness and generosity. So, Bachelor Nation, what do you think of Charles Ling's many talents? Are you hoping to see more of him on TV? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time.